I'm building a 6-book fantasy series for the next 10 years of my life. I began at the age of 19, and I'm expecting myself to be finished and published when I'm 29 years old. So yeah, these videos will be my behind the scenes and thoughts surrounding my own writing journey, and hopefully you will find them valuable. So I'll start off by telling you that recently I've been very obsessed with outlining my story. I've realized that there is a science behind a good story, and I have listened to a bit of a few craft writing videos from Abby Emmons, and it seems that when you go and you try to get published, there will be this process where you have to revise based on a good story structure to make sure you hook the reader in. So yeah, I've very much been very obsessed with how can I outline my own story. Since it's 6 books, I thought it would be smart to start with the first book, to have that be the introduction of the video, of the series. Now, I hit a wall. I hit a wall when I tried to outline. I realized I didn't have enough raw material when it came to world building or research. I know there's a bit controversy surrounding these tasks. People don't really, well, I guess some love them, some don't, and some look at them as sort of a procrastination from doing the real work, which is writing the story. But neither way, I didn't have enough raw material to go off, and right now the series, though I don't like it, leans more towards a trilogy or even a single novel for that matter, and that has to change. I have to create more details for the world, but the thing is, I don't want it to ruin the biggest priority, which is writing the actual scenes and getting better at writing fiction scenes. And that's ultimately what I want as well from the series, to get very, very good, like George R. Martin, like J.K. Rowling did with their scenes. And yeah, I don't look at world building as the fiction writing craft as a whole, but I do think it's a small, pretty large part actually. But I think it all comes down to how you prioritize throughout the day. For example, I'll actually show you. I always start with writing. See? I always start with drafting scenes. Then I go over to outlining and world building. That's what I've been doing now recently, because I realized it is a big part. I have to actually create the world where the characters will be shaped from, yeah. The culture, the places, just how it is in general, the atmosphere. So oh shoot, that's awkward. Now, I made all of these chapters for the book 1, but when I got here, I realized I didn't have enough raw material at all. So I realized I should probably create a world building document. I saw a video from Abby Emmons about how I can actually world build well and world build information which is relevant directly to the protagonist, because that's very important. I don't want to go around and create random facts that doesn't even get used in the books. So I made this world building document with a bit of guidance with questions, so you can see. So building the world, I'll say I believe I'm building the world by just writing within it, because I'm pulling creative problems up as I go along. And yeah, when I solve those problems, when I think about those problems, that's a bit what I do when I world build. I take the problems that occur in my writing and I try to explore them with a brain dump. And yeah, so outlining has been one of the big problems, or one of the big challenges I've been facing currently. It's only been about maybe a month ago. Even that's pretty bad. I haven't put that much emphasis. I've sort of like believed that I thought it was very important, but now recently is really when I've tried to, okay, let me actually sit down and let me outline what I'm trying to make sure the story is coherent, and so it becomes believable, so it becomes detailed, and detailed enough to be a 6-book series. So that's the main thing I wanted to talk about for this behind the scenes video. Another part is that recently, for this week, I began reading a lot more than I usually did. I heard stories of J.K. Rowling and George R. R. Martin, how they read vigorously when they were younger, in their childhood, etc. And me as a 19-year-old young male haven't been doing a lot of reading at a young age. So I'm trying to just read a lot of good fiction. And I've heard from J.K. Rowling, a short form video, if you're wondering, she said that when you read a lot, you'll naturally take in what good fiction looks like subconsciously, and that will most likely help you in your writing as well, when you sit down and you try to produce scenes. So I've been reading 1 hour and 30 minutes every single evening for this past week, and the habit has worked very well, because I don't know what it is, but when I get to the evening, I suddenly have a big desire to read a lot, just to sit down and relax and have some water and read. I use Kindle. I always use Kindle, whether it's on my phone or on my MacBook. I literally lay down on my floor right here with my MacBook on my stomach, and I just read. So that's what I do. But of course, it's all preferences, so you pick your medium for writing. I mean reading. So I'm gonna end the video here. That's another day into a very long journey. So take care.